about to leave, already packing. Come with me, I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be, life with no distractions. We'll get away, this is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out. I'm done living life with the lights out. Die with my own doubts. Be free with me. Let's go, let's be free with me.
Hello friends and enemies, welcome back to Happy For Now. It's me, Isabel here. I hope you're excited. It's a dark romance readathon. I'm sure you can hear Angus snoring behind me. I'm about to go get my hair cut, so enjoy the messy look. When I have morning haircuts, I just like go in and I'm like, hello, here's my gross hair. So I started Den of Vipers last night. I'm already up to chapter 18. Oh my god, the cat. Anyways, I'm up to chapter 18. I'm enjoying it for the most part so far. I do think Roxy is very much a not like other girls heroine, which isn't my favorite, but I really like Diesel. I really like all the guys, to be honest. I'm pretty intrigued. I'm excited to hopefully finish it today. This thing is too long. That is already my first sentiment. It is too long. And what I'm gonna do, instead of sharing spoilers during the vlog, at the end of the vlog after my end scene, I'll do a timestamp for you down below and I will share all of my spoiler thoughts on Den of Vipers, because I don't want, because I don't want to like ruin it for anybody, but I'll just give you general feelings for now and then we'll do full spoilers. So I hope that sounds good. And yeah, I'm gonna go get my haircut and I will talk to y'all soon. I'm back from my haircut and it is now like afternoon and I've spent all day listening to Den of Vipers. I am officially 50% through. The audiobook says I have 3 hours and 34 minutes left. I'm on chapter 32 right now. I'm about to start that chapter. Current thoughts and feelings, spoilery, yeah, is that I really like Kenzo and I like all the guys, honestly, for different reasons. Like I like how like buttoned up Ryder is, and I really like Kenzo and how like she's the one she kind of attached to. Anyways, non-spoilers. I'm enjoying it. I do think my biggest takeaway is going to be that this book could have been shorter. I'm glad it's not 3 books, but I do think it could have been like 150 pages shorter. I don't think it needed to be 650 some pages, y'all. Like I really don't. I think I know why it gets hated on, and it's got to be the dubious consent aspect of it, but I like that we have a lot of her POV, so we're actually like getting dubious consent, but we're also hearing her talk through it in her head about how much she likes fighting them. So it's like kind of dubious, kind of not, and I do like that part a lot. Like a lot. Roxy, our heroine, is definitely a pick-me girl, but I don't think these are the kind of heroes where she could be anything else. If she was like meek and like soft-spoken, it would not work. This book would be so bad. Whereas like because she's kind of gruff and like I'm not like other girlsy, it works really, really well. But yeah, I'm gonna pop my AirPod, what? This thingamabobber back in my ear, and I'm gonna go clean the bathrooms and keep listening. So I will talk to y'all in a little bit. Okay, holy crap. So I'm like just finished chapter 50 in Den of Vipers. Y'all, this is way, way better than I expected, first of all, because I just thought it was just pure erotica, and it's not really. There's actually a plot. Like I didn't think there was a plot because of the way people were talking about this book. There's a plot, and it's not even like the scenes are dark, like the sex scenes, but the story, but it's not just like every other page boning. There's a lot of tension and like all that fun stuff, but I'm enjoying this a whole bunch. Yeah, I think it actually might be a 4-star for me. I went in expecting a 3, so I'll be pretty happy if it ends up at a 4-star. The length will keep it from being a 5 or a favorite personally. I don't love long romances like this. Like, this felt like something that could have been chopped 150 pages already. But I'm really liking it, and I'm really excited to see where this goes. I also, Peas is yelling at me, I spun my spinner wheel. I will show you that. Okay, and so my next physical read once I finish this audiobook is going to be Maybe This Time by Christina C. Jones, which is book 2 in her Vegas Night series. If you're interested in this series, I recommend you click my link to go find it, because it's very hard to get to pull up on Kindle. Otherwise, you're gonna need to go to Goodreads and follow from there to pull it up on Amazon because of the whole like marked as erotica thing. But I'm excited. So yeah, I'm gonna go finish Den of Vipers. I've got like an hour and a half left in the audiobook. I'm possibly gonna switch to reading it for the end bit, but it just depends. I will talk to y'all soon. Good morning, it's Saturday and we're going car shopping. I'm very excited, I'm very nervous. I do think overall it's gonna be fine. I know, it's a lot of stress. But yeah, so we are headed to go look at cars this morning, and hopefully I find one. And hopefully, oh, the lighting is all funky, sorry. Hopefully it's not too bad of a process. But last night I almost finished Den of Vipers. As you saw, we went and got Mexican for dinner, and I got my favorite, which is Chili's Poblanos. If you are ever out to eat with me at a Mexican restaurant, that is what I order. Or rellenos, like that's my dish of choice. That is my dish of choice. My partner's finishing getting ready now, but yeah, I am like 90%, 85, somewhere in there, like high 80s, low 90% through with Den of Vipers. So right there. And as you saw, I spun my wheel and I started, so I'm almost done. I am going to, before the end of the readathon, do like a whole spoiler chunk of discussion at the end of the video with y'all about that book, because I definitely want to talk about it more. But yeah, I will be back to update you on everything. Who knows? Maybe I'll have a new car today. I honestly have no idea. I have no idea how this is gonna go. So I will talk to y'all soon or tomorrow, we'll see.
Not looking back, eyes on the freeway, Bonnie and Clyde, a classic cliche, we're on the run, this is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow, we can't miss out.
Hi y'all. It's Sunday of the readathon. I got a new car yesterday, so no updates, but I will throw up a picture of said car. I did take some videos I probably threw in as B-roll for yesterday. I finished Den of Vipers Friday night / early Saturday morning. 4 stars. It was a good buddy read with Shay. I definitely enjoyed it for the most part, more than I thought I would. My biggest takeaway is that it's just too long. I think it's way too long of a book, but it still was fun, still had a good time. I do think I have a Goodreads review up. I will link it down below for you, and be sure to proceed with caution if you do decide to read this and haven't fully read over the content warnings. But yeah, it was fun. I had fun. The fanny pack was my favorite part, so if you read it, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, you don't. What else? So I've started Maybe Next Time by Christina C. Jones. I'm only a couple pages in. I read it last night. I was exhausted after we got the car. We went to dinner and came home, and I was just too tired to function. Yeah. So it's Sunday. We are about to go to Target and Home Goods to get some stuff that I need, and I'm about to go move stuff out of my old car into my new car, which is wild. And my new car goes away tomorrow, and it's a lot happening. If you told me going to this weekend I was gonna have a new car on Saturday, I would have told you were insane, but here we are. I'm very excited about my new car though. So yeah, I did get a Subaru Outback. I'm very happy with it so far. I'm very curious to see what I think of it, obviously in 6 months, but I still think I'll love it. It's kind of the perfect mix of size because my old car is very small. Well, not very small, it's just a 4-door sedan. So having that, I'm definitely prepared to like have a slightly bigger car that I could like go to IKEA and get bookshelves in. And things like that. So
With the lights out, die with my own doubts.
hello. So I'm back from running errands, and I did finish Maybe This Time by Christina C. Jones. I really liked it. 4 stars, unsurprising. This is not that dark though, honestly. It's a waking up in Vegas married kind of book. And it was fun. It was a friends to lovers, well set up. They'd been best friends forever and them figuring it out. It's 80 pages. It's very cute. There's not a lot to say. 4 stars. It's Christina C. Jones, unsurprising. But I am gonna spend for my next read, so let's go ahead and do that right now. I'm gonna keep the camera up and I'll use my phone. All right, Brutal Prince by Sophie Lark. So I did put the first book in the Birthright series on there because I know I had a couple comments saying I needed to start there and not with the kids, but I also have friends who started with the kids. Fine. Anyways, I was just gonna let whichever one won the spinner wheel be the one I read. So I'm gonna start on that tonight. I probably won't get very far. I'm still just so exhausted, but I will be finishing it tomorrow. Tomorrow I mostly have errands to run. With the new car stuff. I've got to go get like taxes and stuff paid because we buy out of state here. I literally live over the state line, so it's easier to go north and get it than to drive an hour and a half to the other dealership. So yeah, we're gonna do that, and I think that's all I got for you. I will talk to y'all in a little bit, or probably tomorrow. Honestly, I'm probably gonna start on this book and end up falling asleep, so I will talk to y'all tomorrow. All right, so it's Monday night, and I was like, I completely blew through a book. I didn't update you once. Today was a lot of fun, I guess. I had to go to the tax office and do all the fun stuff for the new car. I'm still mind blown currently that I have a new car, y'all. Like, honest to God, cannot believe it. But you may be getting some fun road trip footage and some vlogs here, because I do think we're actually gonna go some further places from where we live, because like we want to drive the new car and there's some stuff we wanted to do we put off because we didn't have a car that was big enough, so all that. But on the other note, I did finish Brutal Prince by Sophie Lark today, and I loved this book. Holy crap, this was way better than I expected. I gave it 4 stars. I saw some people on my Goodreads that like rated it low, so I was like kind of prepared to hate it or not enjoy it that much. But this was a great enemies to lovers mafia dark romance situation. We had a guy, Callum, I cannot remember the girl's name, but Callum was our hero, and he was part of the Irish mob, and the girl is part of the Italian mob, and they get married to like merge their families. And he is just like super gruff and not here for it, and she is just chaos. But it's great enemies to lovers in the way that like she would just kind of egg him on to kind of blow up and like have a bad reaction to her behavior, and he would kind of react in a way that was like always very fun, and they would get to business, and the sexy times were absolutely delightful. So yeah, I blew through this. Gave it 4 stars, and it is my last read of the readathon. I did hit all the prompts. I did read 3 out of 4 on my TBR, 5. So I was gonna read one of the 2 Christina C. Jones that I have here on this page. So I read one of those. I read Brutal Prince by Sophie Lark, and I finished Den of Vipers. So I feel like, although I didn't read a ton, I read a lot of pages because of Den of Vipers. I think that puts me like, I don't know, I'm probably at 600 pages for the weekend, and it was chaos. So yeah, that is all of my reading. Let me know in the comments if you participated in the favorite book you read from the readathon, or you can leave me a wave emoji if you made it this far. And you'll find links to all the books I talked about in that description box, as well as links to Be My Friend Anywhere on the internet, and the minute mark to skip to the Den of Vipers spoiler chat. That will be at the end after my end credit thing. That way, if you don't want to be spoiled, you don't have to be spoiled. So I'm gonna talk about that in a minute. Bye, y'all. So Den of Vipers was, I want to give like full spoiler thoughts because I do feel like it's a book that can use that. I personally found that Roxy was a great, really fun heroine overall. In my reading experience, I will say I listened to this and that audiobook is not great. That audiobook is kind of shit. But so I listened to it, and Roxy as a heroine was really interesting because I was just like, oh god, she's so pick me that it's weird because I don't read a lot of those kinds of heroines slash not that kind of girl. But then as I'm reading it and I was thinking about how the guys are, how like our Vipers were, I thought, well, god, if Roxy was a pushover, right, this would never work because she just, I don't know, that just would be bad because those guys are so, the Vipers are very like, this is what you're gonna do. And I think that the sex scenes for the most part were good and enjoyable, but like they definitely verge on like the erotica side of what you would read, which is not a bad thing. It's just weird. And then I do want to say that Diesel's fanny pack is my favorite thing ever, specifically in the end part. I also really enjoyed how Roxy, this is very rambly, I'm sorry. I enjoyed Roxy's ability to participate in the activities around all the murder and gore. I definitely did not think this book was going to be as gory as it is, but it is very gory. But yeah, I liked that she participated slash helped them a lot with things versus just letting them do their thing. The biggest thing I want to talk about in the spoilers part was why I think people don't like this book, and I think they go in not knowing the full extent of it, right? So if I went into this book without all those content warnings, I don't think I would have liked it because I would have been like, what the fuck is going on? Whereas because I knew all the content warnings ahead of time, I was able to safely approach the book with like enough heads up that I didn't feel, what do you call it? Like taken aback at all. And I think that like all the talk around this book helped a lot. I do think it's weird that it became a TikTok popular book because there's way better dark romances out there. This is just like pretty rote and like the same things. But at the same time, it was fun. I do still think we could have cut at least 100 pages and kept the same story integrity. So those are my Den of Vipers spoilery thoughts, I guess. I just don't want to like overload everyone with info. And yeah, we'll see. I don't know. 4 stars still. Too long. Let me know if you've read it or not. Or if you want to talk about it, feel free to DM me.